So as we've learned, Xmirror has some limitations, and it's pretty easy to break Xmirror if you make drastic changes to one side of a shape. What we're going to do is we're going to use a new tool this time to force an object to be symmetric across or over the y-axis or along the x-axis. And to do that, first of all, I'm going to hit 1 to go to the front view, and notice I'm sighting down the y-axis. I'm going to go into edit mode by hitting tab. And we're going to use a tool that we've talked about called loop cut and slide. So loop cut and slide, or I can hit Control plus R. And notice that when I hover over an edge, it makes a complete loop cut around the shape. And when I click, it will do the loop cut, and then I can slide it where I want it to be. I want it to be exactly in the center, so I'm going to right click to cancel the slide. Then I'm going to delete all the vertices on one side of the figure. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to front view. I'm going to hit the 5 key so I'm in orthographic view, not perspective view. And there's a key that we can press that allows us to see the wireframe. So I'm going to hit Z without pressing any other keys beforehand. If I was to press R first, then I'd rotate around the Z axis. But I'm just going to press Z, and by doing that, notice that it toggles between solid and wireframe view. So I'm going to deselect by hitting A, and then I'm going to use box select to select all the vertices on one side. It really doesn't matter which side you choose. And I hit tab to go back to object mode, and I'll hit Z again, and now you can see that I've only got half the cube. Now that I've got half of a cube, I can go over to the Modifiers tab. And if I click Modifiers tab, then there's the option to add modifiers. The modifier that we want to use is the mirror modifier. This works differently than Xmirror, because instead of when you drag a point or a vertex in Xmirror, it moves the point on the other side. What this does is it just mirrors everything that's on the other side of the figure. So notice I can choose the axis that I mirror, but only x-axis actually shows anything, because when I mirror over the y-axis, the shape looks the same, and same thing over the z. But when I mirror over the x-axis, it flips it over, and we see the other half. Now if I make changes, if I go into edit mode and make any changes, notice that it exactly matches what's on the other side. But I can also do more sophisticated operations, such as do another loop cut and slide. And maybe I want to take a point now and move it. Notice that I haven't broken my mirror. I can do anything I want on the left side of the shape, and it will be exactly mirrored on the right, no matter what the operation is. I can extrude by going to face, selection mode, and then I'm going to select a face, and I hit E to extrude. And notice that it's exactly mirroring. So unlike Xmirror, where extruding would break our mirror relationship, the mirror modifier just copies exactly what's on the other side. It's an exact duplication on the other side.